Oh, I hope I got it in time. Good morning, it's Joshua coming to you. It's Thursday already. About 10 to 8 in the morning, I just got up and used the washroom, and the Lord woke me up this morning and He put it in my heart to do a video, more or less just recapping the last few days or so. And with the message He wanted me to give to you this morning, that was that you need to get rid of your HDTVs if you can, or at least unplug them, because the plan of the enemy is to use the HDTVs to run interference on your prayer time and on your meditation. And I've been finding since the 4th of March, since the Lord called me to rise up in Him, where I've been trying to spend time before going to sleep, half an hour, 45 minutes just to meditate, dwell in His presence, and then the Lord's been getting me up for about an hour and a half in the morning, around 3:30, 4 o'clock or so, and showing me things and spending time in meditation. But anyway, during this time I've been running into a lot of interference, a lot of outside projected dreams, and where your thought pattern gets attacked. You who are into intercessory prayer and all that, you know what I mean. And but I can tell you this much, that this technology that's coming out on HDTVs is not for you to have a clearer picture or broader broadband or whatever. It's to interfere with your soul and to interfere with the work of awakening this true remnant in this hour. So you need to get rid of your TVs, your flesh anyway, your HD TVs. You need to get rid of them, or at least unplug them, and keep your cell phones away from you. And this is not a conspiracy. Satan is using technology to try to stop the birthing and the unveiling of the sons of God, because he knows that they will have all power and dominion, because they will come forth in the image and likeness of Yeshua, of Jesus. So you need to listen. These are not words that my own words that I've made up. I'm telling you what the Lord told me this morning to tell you. So how you receive it, it's up to you. You may have set your TV up in another room, but don't have it where you meditate and where you pray, because you're going to run into problems. And where I'm at, I don't own the place where I'm at, so I have to put up with it. At least I can unplug the TV, maybe. I need to do that. I need every inch that I can to press in to the Lord. And just want to report on these last few days, the Lord's been having me to retype about a dozen prophecies that David Terrell spoke in the 90s. I've been typing them out and getting them out to a certain individual on the internet, and the Lord's put it into their heart to get it out to their contacts. But I can tell you this much, I've done about 3 already. I've got just barely getting into it. And these prophecies are what, 15, 16, 17, 18 years old. But it's just like they were spoken yesterday. It's like the Lord's allowed me to write these out in times past. You know, these different revivals and that David Terrell came to in Edmonton in 1990, 1993, and in Calgary in the mid-90s here in Canada. They all point to this time of Obama being the President of the United States, the signs and the visions that were given. It points to a time that God's about to bring forth a revival fire in the earth, but before he does, he's going to bring down these tele-evangelists that are not preaching the truth, that are not preaching the cross. If you're in a church where they're not preaching the cross and the old rugged cross and the power of the blood, then you need to get out of that church, because that church has gone away from God's mandate. They're preaching man's doctrine, and God's going to bring them down, and you're going to see a lot of preachers die because they refuse to preach the simple truth of God's Word. And so the next little while I'll be continuing working on these prophecies, and I'm getting them out to my own contacts, and I'm waiting for the corrections to come back. This person does excellent work, makes the prophecies very digestible, and I might put them up on one of the blogs, or make a blog specifically for David Terrell. And what the God would have me to speak to you this morning is, you need to at least unplug your HDTVs. You don't have them in the place where you meditate and pray, because the technology is there to interfere with your mind. And for those who don't know this, well, you need to do a little bit of research. You need to go to Alex Jones, and you'll see what the different stuff that God's been raising him up to unveil. And for you who are in tradition, you're in denial of the Lord, because you're no longer made the cross of Jesus your first and your foremost. For it's the revelation of the cross in our hearts which is the power to transform us into the sons and daughters of God. And God's about to bring forth, about to clean his house and turn a lot of tables, and a lot of people are going to die. God's going to bring forth a new leadership and raise up a new people, because this church order is out of order. But there are some in the churches, same as in the time of Jesus, that they're going to come out from apostate religion. And I'm talking all the denominational religions. Charismatic, Pentecostal, every one of them. They've gone away from the simple truth of the Word, and they're preaching their own doctrines. Okay, that's all I have to say. I'm going to sign out and get this uploaded. And I'll come back again when the Lord puts in my heart to do another video. But this is a continuing series in the Jesus Rising vids. I believe this one is 556 or something like that. All right.